Hello, we are Team 4 and welcome to investment briefing of KTNG, and our team will present about the companies. Our presentation will go in this order and I will talk about the company's strategic management.
For company's basic information, please refer our paper. In presentation, I'll talk about SWOT analysis and strategic options. KTNG has many strengths, and by BRIO analysis, our team gets three major core competencies. They are strong market share from brand equity, wide distribution channel, and high-level R&D technology. However, they also have some weaknesses such as high dependency on the cigarette industry, lack of brand stories, and cannibalization effect from too many line extension. And there are three major competitors, Philip Morris, BAT, and JTI. In external factors, I will talk about top three factors because of time limitation. KTNG has opportunities in monopolistic market share, price inelasticity, and price increase of tobacco, increasing sales volume in foreign countries. On the other hand, there are some threats, growth of diverse cigarette market which can decrease demand of existent cigarette market, release of several nicotine substitutions, and many regulations on tobacco industry. According to our SWOT analysis, there are 6 options in our strategic option. Now it's evaluation and ranking these options. The first option is developing localized products. It means focusing on localization, and it needs to be first because other companies are trying to take foreign market share. In addition, it does not need high cost because KTNG already has departments of product development. Actually, the company is doing well in this part. The next option is entering rolling tobacco market. According to the article, rolling tobacco has 10% market share in global tobacco industry. Then KTNG can easily enter market with high brand equity in the business. And there are no big competitors in this market. This option has correlation with first option in aspects of targeting new segments. Third option is supply chain reestablishment. Our suggestion is implementing EDI in all stages. It means each stages of the supply chain are sharing their information. It can help efficient inventory management, then no shortage or holding cost. For this option, the company needs high construction cost, but after establishment, there is low additional variable cost. Next option is entering to electronic cigarette market. Electronic cigarette can be threatening existing tobacco demand, and this option has correlation with entering rolling tobacco option in targeting new segments. But there are strong competitors in this market. It should not be done urgently. The company needs to observe market response of IQOS. Improving CSR activities is the next option. Before talking about this option, I'll briefly present about KTNG's CSR activities. The company's activity is represented as imaginary, but it seems to focus on younger age people. Therefore, the company needs to target elder people more. For CSV, the company can improve the image with promoting brand 정관장 by providing 정관장's health supplement to elder people, opening silver party and helping 김장. In addition, the company needs to develop technology for less harmful products in social responsibility. But there is no assurance it is directly linked with revenue, and the company is already doing well and using substantial budget. The last option is diversification in unrelated business. It is entering another new business which is different from current business. However, it may need high initial cost and it seems hard to use their core competencies in other business.
Hi, my name is Mingyu Sung, and I'll be dealing with the marketing part of our presentation. KTNG has been launching numerous different line extensions and multi-brands for its branding strategies. As an example of line extensions, Raison is one of the most popular brands of KTNG. The brand Raison extends to more than 10 different series such as French Black, Sampresso, Ice Jack, and Huiba. All of the products have their own distinctive motive and taste in order to meet the diversified needs of customers. Moreover, KT&G has more than 15 different multi-brands, and among them, SA is the flagship of the KT&G. SA shows off the best depth over 20 different versions such as Prime, Classic, Presso, Sue, and Change. I'll be dealing with the SA, the flagship of KT&G, in the more details in the next slide. Essay was designed for women smokers at the very beginning of its product life cycle stage. However, the women smoking rate has been consistently poor over many years, leaving no other options for Essay to change its target to middle-aged men. As a result, now it takes up to more than 40% of total cigarette sales amount of KT&G. Through the essay case, we can know that KT&G targets segmentations in appropriate manners. Between those huge lineups, there are three representative subline brands, which are SSU, SS Change, SS Royal Palace. That shows clear different segmentations implemented by KT&G. SSU targeted office workers who have age range of 40s with appealing point of well-acceptable soft taste. SS Change targeted young and female smokers who feel uncomfortable with the traditional taste of cigarette with breakable capsule that could be changing the taste. Royal Palace targeted customers who prefer premium luxurious goods that project customers' decency and class. Now for the developing a new brand part, we have designed rolling tobaccos named Up to You. We have based our ideas of rolling tobaccos considering the growing market of it. Throughout analyzing possible STP, we found value and lifestyle segmentation is suitable on our product Up to You. We targeted innovator and experienced segment which have relatively high resources and self-expression motivation. Considering target segments feature, potential customers have high tendency to become innovators and early adopters in the product lifecycle. Moreover, customization feature could satisfy the needs for self-expression. KT&G can distribute our product with already established supply chain, huge amount of capital and brand equity. The company can provide decent quality of Korean tobacco leaves because KT&G has been already making relationships with domestic farmers. For the product part of our 4Ps, KT&G will take advantages on R&D and manufacturing from economies of scale because raw materials and components such as rolling paper and filters are the same material for both traditional cigarettes and rolling tobaccos. Customers will be able to choose their tobacco quality by choosing tobacco leaves, filters, and papers. Also, since our target is variety-seeking and self-expressive customers, colors and designs of rolling paper, rolling machines, and packs will be one of the customization options for customers. For the price part, price should be determined using value-based pricing method. The product focuses on the benefit perceived by the customer, and Up to You can take advantage of this method with its highly valuable features. After figuring out customers' perceived value, both market penetration and scheming strategy will be applied simultaneously. Up to You will use market penetration strategy in the initial stage to enter the tobacco market quickly and deeply with the price lower than the other cigarettes. For the promotion part, since the industry is heavily regulated, the method of promoting should be carefully handled. The pop-up stores are perfect for our product, which are temporary shops using rented buildings or container boxes, which make consumers enter comfortably without any hesitation. This way, potential demand can be effectively increased by lowering the psychological barrier of customers. We will place those pop-up stores in high-floating populations locations such as Gangnam-daedo, Garosu-gil, and Itaewon. For the place part, KT&G has been heavily depending on convenience stores. However, KT&G can now seek diversification on their distribution channel by operating special shops directly managed by the company headquarters. The rolling cigarette mainly targets the consumers who consider them as desiring special goods rather than convenience goods or impulse goods. So there will be sufficient demand for those kinds of stores And in those stores, Up to You will offer various kinds of customization options for the rolling cigarette. Not only special shops will provide Up to You, but also convenience stores will handle our product as well. However, due to the environment of convenience stores, the variation of our product will be partially limited.
Hi, I'm the third speaker and I would like to talk about the operation analysis of KTNG. In 2015, Fair Trade Commission (FTC) imposed a fine 2.5 billion won on KTNG because it judged it was the company's contract with retailers to be anti-competitive actions. We analyzed this contract was really illegal and brought additional benefit to KTNG. Demand for cigarette is relatively stable, and it can be said the total market pie is fixed. KTNG occupied more than 60% of total cigarette market in 2014. Based on this monopolistic position power, KTNG forced retailers or gave incentive to display KTNG's product 4% more than their CVS channel market share. Through this contract, KTNG could get additional sales by 150 million won, only in 2014. Of course, KTNG shared some of additional profits by giving discount or money support to retailers. However, even the additional profit is shared, it could make entry barriers in the shelf spaces and restrict fair competition in the long term. In addition to this illegal contract issue, KTNG had another event, which is government increased tobacco tax by 2001 in 2015. To analyze the effect of price increase, our team firstly determined domestic tobacco demand function. This is our demand function. Tobacco demand is affected by its price, income level, and third quarter dummy variable. This dummy variable means compared to the first quarter, demand of cigarette increases in third quarter. Then we tested whether tobacco tax increase would make any change in this demand function. Through Chow test, we found that there is no structural change in this demand function. In reality, right after tobacco price increase, there were decline of sales and smoking rate. However, sales amount rose again to previous level in July 2015. So it can be viewed the amount of price increase would be not enough to make any meaningful change in tobacco industry.
Hi, I'm the fourth speaker and I would like to talk about the impact of regulation and our new supply chain. Cigarette industry is unique in that its price is controlled by the government. Price stability and the bargaining power has a huge effect in the supply chain. We analyzed price increase in 2015 by using game theory. Generally, each company increased its price as much as the tax hike. However, prices were slightly different, which resulted in a change in market share. During the competition between manufacturers, retailers suffered because all tobacco manufacturers reduced retailers' margin. As a result, retail price stability characteristics in cigarette industry is beneficial for manufacturers and non-beneficial for retailers in both short-term and long-term. Since pricing policy is beneficial for KTNG, KTNG has buying power in the relationship with farmers. Therefore, it is also non-beneficial to the farmers due to the unfair situation. KTNG should come up with a solution to increase overall benefit of its supply chain while not undermining the publicness. Cooperating with entities in the supply chain will enable KTNG to obtain better efficiency, profit, recovered relationship with the retailers, and restore corporate image. A way to improve the supply chain network of KTNG is bringing in the electronic data interchange system in the supply chain. As a result, blue effect and unnecessary cost will be reduced, and conflicts between the KTNG and retailers will be decreased. EDI can also be applied to the new brand Up to You by collecting useful data about customer from CVS. Therefore, EDI allows companies to save considerable amounts of time and money.
Hi, I'm the last speaker, Sean Kim, and I'm gonna talk about our financial analysis.
First, we use DCF valuation to estimate the value per share of KTNG. The range of target price we found is like this. Therefore, we concluded that KTNG's stock was undervalued because market price is lower than the target price. To find the optimal capital structure, we did sensitivity analysis based on financial statements. By changing debt-equity ratio by 1% each time, we found the optimal debt-equity ratio of 0.282 to maximize the firm value. This is a little bit higher than industry average debt-equity ratio, which is 0.247. We suggested introduction of EDI system to make supply chain more efficient. This initial establishment cost of EDI system is treated as R&D expense, and we use amortization of 5-year straight line method. Expected FCFE in 2017 would increase by about 74 million won, and the value per share would increase by 290 won. And we recommended KTNG to release a new brand in rolling tobacco industry. FCFE of KTNG will increase due to the increased revenue from rolling tobacco. As a result, incremental FCFE is estimated to be 992 billion won, and it is divided by total issued shares. Therefore, our target price will increase by about 7,222 won. We concluded that KTNG should have used 정관장 as the brand name for its REST division. This will have a positive effect on target price due to good brand equity. As a result, incremental cash flow of 19 billion won is added to 2017 projection of FCFE. Thus, value per share is expected to increase by 2,471. Additional costs necessary for more CSR activities and for making healthier cigarette is 40.5 billion won in total. The former one does not bring any cash flow immediately, and an ounce of additional CSR is already reflected in stock price. The latter one is treated as R&D expense. After capitalizing this R&D expense, FCFE will increase by 132,051. Therefore, it makes almost no change in value per share. We analyzed the stock returns of KTNG and Kospi index return and compared each other. The result is like this. And we compared the amount of penalty to the FCFE in 2015 to figure out how meaningful Korean FTC's decision was. The value of FCFE in 2015 and the profit stockholders got from stock price rise during a week after FTC's intervention are like this. It is about 16% of FCFE in 2015. It means that stockholders may earn a huge amount of profit just for 1 week. However, FTC imposed a fine just 2.5 billion won, which was very little compared to FCFE and the profit got from stock price rise. Therefore, we can say that FTC's decision actually has had a very trivial effect on the company.
We are Team 4. Thank you for listening.